Greetings, IAC. Thanks to all who came out to the park last Sunday. It was a cold and beautiful time, but unfortunately we're not going to be able to do that again, at least for a while, because of the new restrictions in gathering sizes. So we've got some new options this week. It won't just be a live stream. There's going to be more interactivity to it. Be watching in your IAC notes that'll come out tomorrow for all the details about that. But I must confess that for me, it was emblematic when I heard that about the gathering sizes not over 10, of just so many other losses. And I know from talking to many of you, there's been a lot of losses in this season. I know for my kids, losses that they're not even ready to come to terms with yet. And I've just been grieving. Quite honestly, just grieving the lack of hugs, the lack of connection, the lack of physical presence, and we're only, I think, just barely into this. And it's made me think about grief and what I do with my grief. Some of you have heard me say that grief is love with nowhere to go. I think that's a particularly poignant way of describing right now. There is so much love with nowhere to be expressed, seemingly, are no easy ways to express it. But if that's what grief is, love with nowhere to go, we can realize that there actually is some place to take that grief. We can take it to the Father, and when we as Christians do that, we call it lament. It's a type of prayer that I've really had to pull out this week. Lament is a type of prayer where we take our griefs and we place them into the hands of the Father, and we ask Him to hold them with us. Because we know that in His hands, those losses will not be permanent. They will not be ultimate. You see lament, obviously in the book of Job. You see it with Jesus. One of my favorite examples of it is Psalm 13. And I just want to read that now for us. How long, Lord, will you forget me forever? How long will you hide your face from me? How long must I wrestle with my thoughts and day after day have sorrow in my heart? How long will my enemy triumph over me? Look on me and answer, Lord my God. Give light to my eyes, or I will sleep in death. And my enemy will say, I have overcome him, and my foes will rejoice when I fall. But I trust in your unfailing love. My heart rejoices in your salvation. I will sing the Lord's praise, for he has been good to me. You see that emotional honesty in the first part of the psalm, but then it turns to hope at the end. How long, Lord? How long? How long? How long? 4 times. Look on me and answer me. But I trust in your unfailing love. I want to encourage all of us in this season where we are losing so much of our regular lives and things we love, to be as specific as we can about those griefs. To maybe read a psalm like Psalm 13, offer them up specifically to God in prayer. But then in that prayer, as we offer them up, to turn to praise. And to praise God for all the things that we do have, because what is most important is secure. It's secure in Him, who He is, who He says we are, and where we're going. I'll hopefully be on here a couple times a week, sending some short videos, hopefully just to encourage us, but also just walking through some things I'm experiencing, because I'm sure most of us are experiencing them. Watch again for IAC Notes tomorrow. If you haven't signed up for IAC Notes, springsiac.org/newsletter. That is going to be the way to be in touch on everything that's happening. Hope to see you Sunday in a different form. Again, check that out. I'm really encouraged with some of the expertise and our team and how these things are pulling together, I think it could really still be a beautiful way to gather and interact with one another in the midst of worship, even if we can't be outside. Rest assured, as soon as those gathering limits go up, we're going to be under them, and we're going to be outside worshiping in the park again, and hopefully back at SDA as soon as we can. Many blessings.